Hey guys, and welcome back. I just want to talk. I want to give you guys 5 tips, like 5 real tips that can get you your first client. And this is not like, oh, how to start your business and how to do this. Nah, bro. This is like 5 tips on how to get your first client. You already did all the other stuff. You're finally established. You got your social medias. You got your website. If you have a location, you put it up on Google Maps. You got all that, right? Now you just need to find your first client that will pay you some real money to actually do it. So my first tip, bro, I wrote these down actually. My first tip is good hygiene. You have to have good hygiene, bro. I can't tell you how many guys I work with who don't use deodorant. I don't understand it, dog. I really don't. Those guys do not use deodorant and they smell so bad, or they have bad breath. And you know, sometimes I get it, bro. Like, hey, you know what? You might have forgot to brush your teeth, right? Fuck it. Have some gum, bro. Have some gum. Use deodorant every day. I don't know what the fuck that got going on, but use deodorant, use some gum, brush your teeth, try to have a good haircut every week if you can. Line your beard up. I know I'm looking crazy right now, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I think I get away with it because my personality is kind of out there. But anyways, yeah, man, good hygiene, clean clothes, use clean clothes. CTC Techs, my company, bro, we all wear all black. Everybody I bring on, wear all black. And the reason why is because one, guys can get dirty, but you can't really tell. Like if I'm let's say I go see an office right now. I go into an office and I go up in the attic, man. I go see what's going on to see where the cables are coming from. Because at the end of the day, you need to see what you're gonna do, right? You can't just expect to, oh, I'm gonna quote whatever, and then I go up there and I'm like, oh shit, there's a wall. I can't access it. Nah, there's not, don't do that. You have to look, you have to go check it out. And you get dirty doing that. So I have all black. So when I come out, I don't look dirty. I just brush off the dust. You know what I mean? And same thing with my guys. A lot of my guys, they eat. They don't really care about how they look like. They eat their burger. Maybe a little grease might get on them. They just wipe it off. Yeah, it's not the best, but it is what it is. They look better at the end of the day than they would if they were wearing white. Anyways, all right. So my second tip is know what you're selling. And what I mean by that, man, is when I'll tell you an example for me. Right when I first started off, I was telling everybody that I do RJ45s, keystones, coax, I install switches, patch panels, server racks, all these different equipments, and then even junction boxes. I would tell people everything, right? Um, Clients don't care, bro. Not that they don't really care, but it's that they don't even understand what you're telling them. You're giving them so much information that it's like it's overboard. You're doing too much. So what do you have to do? You have to simplify it, bro. So make it so that way they can digest it. So, and the only way to do that is to really understand what you're selling, right? So let's just say you go into an office. You ask them a simple question. Hey, are you guys having Wi-Fi issues? Like when you walk around, does your Wi-Fi disconnect from your iPad or your laptop? Yeah, my phone gets disconnected from it. Okay, cool. Or let's just say workstations. Are those running on Wi-Fi or are they connected to the wall? They'll either say it's connected to the wall or it's connected to the Wi-Fi. Same thing. You go from there. And let's just say they're like, yeah, my network sometimes shuts down. Well, what is it running on, right? Is it Wi-Fi or they connected directly? They'll tell you either or. And then from there, you'd be like, okay, let's just say it is connected to Wi-Fi. It would probably make more sense for you to have it connected to the directly to the internet. And so they might be like, yeah, I think you're right. How do you do that? I install some data ports, somewhere near your outlets, so that way you can go ahead and just connect to it and you're connected to the internet and boom, you don't have to worry about your signal because now it's just connected directly. Great. They don't need to know that I have to run a Cat6 cable from the server all the way to the data port and then punch down the keystone there and patch in the patch panel over there at the server. They don't even care about that. Or even wireless access points. Instead of saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna install a WAP and an AP over there and a WAP and an AP over there, they might not even understand what you're talking about. Even if you say the real name, wireless access point or access point. Just tell them, hey, yeah, I'll put, if you want more Wi-Fi, I'll put a Wi-Fi transmitter right here. It might not sound professional to everybody, and of course, some techs are gonna be like, "Oh, why would you say that? You got to call it by its real original name, bro." At the end of the day, bro, they don't give a fuck. They got their own business they got going on. They got this and that going on. The last thing they give a fuck about is what the name is. That is, Now some of them might care. Some of them might do their research and ask you like, "Hey, which wireless access point do you think I should go with?" And you can go from there. You can be like, "Oh, well, if you want to, whatever, right?" You're going to your spill. That's where the salesman comes out. But anyways. Know what you're selling and simplify so that you can tell people and you can sell to the average person. Because at the end of the day, not everyone's a tech. Now, I kind of rambled on that one. The third thing you should, the third tip I got is keep it simple, stupid. Right? I learned this from my manager back in the day. You got to keep it simple, bro. At the end of the day, this is a business that we're in to make money. So, what does that mean? That means that you have a service that you're selling, right? So, how do you sell something like that? You find a client. How do I find a client? Let's just say you right now, you have nobody. You don't know what you're talking about. You're like, I want a client right now. I don't know what to do though. Where do I start? Look, I'm on my iPad, right? I open up Google Maps. Hold on. Let's just say I open up Google Maps. I'm just wherever, right? Boom. This right here, Bach Middle School of Arts. Just click on them, bro. Just click on it. And then boom, there's a phone number right there, right? Just call that number, dog. I dare you to call that number. I double dare you to call that number. Call that number and be like, "Hey, I'm Edward with CTC Techs. I was just curious to see if you guys needed. Did you guys have any like I don't know Wi-Fi issues? Do you guys have any? Do you guys have any need for more security cameras? Like, this is the services I provide." And if they say yes, actually we do. Do you mind coming in and communicating with such and such or whatever? They might say yes, come through, or they might say no, I'm not interested. Boom, hang up, find somebody else, right? Now, mind you, look, I'm gonna go ahead and spread it out, right? I'm gonna go down wherever, right? Boom. This is Broward Health North. Look, you click on that. Boom, another number, dog. Call that number and tell them the same thing over and over again. Just keep trying. You never know who's gonna say yes. You might get a meeting tomorrow. And you might sell them or you might not. It might be good practice, it might not. Everybody's ready, or everyone's trying to get ready to sell I don't fucking know what, dude. I was part of that. I was a part of that crew where I'm like, I can't reach out to these people unless I have, X, Y, and Z ready. And to the extent, yes, sometimes you do need X, Y, and Z. Like you need commercial insurance, you need professional insurance, you need general liability insurance, you need workers' comp insurance. You might need your books out on well, you need to present your books to some certain people, like Turner Construction and people like that. But don't even worry about that, bro. Those are issues that haven't even hit yet. You know what I mean? So don't even get to that point. Just keep it simple. You're trying to find your first client. Call these people. What do you have to lose, dude? Nobody knows you. Nobody even understands what you're saying. Let's just say you suck at even doing that, right? Let's just say you keep calling people and it's not working. I'm gonna tell you to keep calling people afterwards. Doesn't matter. Just keep going. After that, go on Canva and make like an Instagram post and just post your services like that. Like if you don't have any pictures of what you can do, just make a post saying, ABC low voltage. We install Wi-Fi in small offices. We install security cameras in residential, commercial home, whatever. You I'll let you decide what you want to do. You go online, Google that. You can make it happen, bro. Use ChatGPT too. That's another thing. Definitely use ChatGPT. All right. My third tip, know your price. At the end of the day, everybody's prices are different. So what does that mean for you and what did it mean for me, right? When I started off, I didn't know how much to charge people, man. I lost money on like so many jobs, not even funny. My first job I ever did, I think I even talked this on one of my videos. I charged $50 a drop. That's not realistic, bro. That doesn't make any sense. Because if I did an 8 camera system, which I did do an 8 camera system, it was $50 a drop. That was $400. So $400 to do install 8 cameras plus an NVR, bro. Come on now, dude. That don't make no sense. It was a big house too. In reality, that job minimum should have been like 150 to $200 a drop. You know, and I think that guy knew he. Well, I think what happened was that he got my price and he realized that I didn't really know how to price jobs out. So he gave me the job because I know he called everybody around to see how much they would charge you. Even at $200 a drop, it was cheap, but I would have made $1,600 versus the $400, right? But yeah, it all depends, bro. You have to know how much it costs you to go do something. So like, for instance, people don't like to break this part down. I might be going on a tangent, but I really want you guys to understand how much it took cost to do something. So one day is 8 hours. If you have two techs on one job, that's 16 hours. Okay. So just and then you keep going every day. So if there's 3 guys in one job, that's 24 hours, and you keep adding on top of that. Um, if you see that it's gonna take you if you kind of see it in your mind, you're like, yo, a 4 camera install at a small home might take me a day. So, all right, you have 2 guys there. That's 16 hours. Make sure you charge for those 16 hours. And how do you know how you charge them? Like how much you should charge? Listen, I'll be honest with you. For me, I'm at $100 an hour. That's how much I'm charging for myself. And then for like my helper, I might charge $80 to $100 as well, depending on who I'm bringing on with me, right? Because some of my helpers aren't just helpers; they're actually techs. So that being said, that covers my cost to bring them with me. That covers my cost to like pay them, and also gives me a little bit of a cushion to like actually do my job right. Because sometimes if you do it too cheap, bro, you'll be there scrambling. You'll be there trying to do everything all at once because you didn't charge enough, and you this is the only time you have help with somebody, right? Or someone can help you, and you know you can only go to a certain point. So it's a dance, bro. You're gonna be there trying to figure it out. It's gonna go right. It's gonna go wrong. You're gonna charge too much. You're gonna charge too little. You're gonna make money. You're gonna lose money. It's like that, bro. That's just a part of the game. But it's all right. Don't worry about it. You'll live and learn on that one. And my final tip, bro, is stay optimistic. And the reason why I say that, it probably sounds silly because you're probably like, who the fuck says some shit like that? That's like some vague thing, right? But nah, the truth is, you need to stay optimistic, bro, because this owning your own business and trying to sell your services to people can be disheartening sometimes, because you'll end up meeting, your ideal client. You'll end up meeting the guy that has like X amount of properties, or the builder who's doing so much in your community, right? And you might give them a bid, and you're like, oh, this is going to get me in the door. This is going to get me involved with all the other projects he got going on. And you write out a proposal, you give him the best price, or maybe you give him the right price of what it's actually worth, and he don't call you back. He don't call you back. He don't answer your calls, or maybe he does call you back, and he's just like, you know what? I figured like it was. I don't think it was worth it. I got my electrician to do it, or I did it myself. I went to Best Buy and got the little access points that I needed just to get it installed. And it sucks. You might get 100 no's before you get a yes. You might not go. You might go without work for a while, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. You might go 2 months with nothing, and yeah, it's tough, bro. But you have to stay optimistic, because at the end of the day, when it all works out and it all pays out, bro, you're gonna be happy you did it in the first place. And it's always gonna suck until it doesn't, right? But yeah, man, if you guys like this content, stay tuned for the next video. Like, subscribe, look me up on all platforms, ctctext.com, CTC text, whatever, bro. Reach out to me, and shout out to all the guys that be hitting me up, man. I've had phone calls, emails, text messages, fucking what else? Instagram. I've been talking to a bunch of dudes, just telling them like how to get started. And ask anybody, bro. I send like 8 paragraphs because I like sharing the info. At the end of the day, it doesn't hurt me, right? So yeah, man, stay tuned for the next video.